Hello, my unique students. How are you doing? I hope you are doing good at home. This is your civic education teacher, Mr. Amanam Ikbe. You are welcome to this e-teaching and learning process. Today, the topic is on responsible parenthood. It is a very interesting topic. I have three behavioral objectives here in this lesson. That is what you must know at the end of the lesson. Number one is that you must be able to define responsible parenthood and know what it's all about. Number two, you must be able to state not less than three rules of responsible parenthood. And finally, you must be able to identify the benefits, three benefits of responsible parenthood. Now, what is responsible parenthood? Let me start by defining what it means for somebody to be responsible. For somebody to be responsible means that that person is disciplined, somebody that obeys the rules and regulations. And also, being responsible means somebody that does the good thing at the right time. So what is parenthood? Parenthood is the act of parenting. The act of parenting, that is what we mean by parenthood. The act of being a parent is known as what? Parenthood. Those who have children are known as what? Parents. Now, what is responsible parenthood? This topic is very important because, do you know why it is important? Because as a child or as a student, you must know what responsible parenthood is all about. You know, in civic education, we try to let students know their right. The African, there's what we call, just like what I've been telling you, the rights of the African child. And as such, even when you are not a parent, you must know what responsible parenthood is all about. So if a parent is not living or is acting below expectation or is performing below expectation or is not in a position to be responsible at home, the child will be able to detect and know. Don't contemplate. I know some people say, we are not parents. Why are we, why is this topic coming up and all that? That is why the government has included responsible parenthood in the curriculum, and it's under civic education. In those days, responsible parents would be the topics like this were discussed or we discussed in the churches, But now we are so lucky that a topic of this nature is in civic education. So before you are a parent, you must have known or have a comprehensive knowledge about what responsible parenthood is all about. So now, what is responsible parenthood? Responsible parenthood may be defined as the will and ability of parents to respond to the needs and aspirations of the family and the children. The will and ability. The will means the determination, and the ability means they have the capacity and the capability of doing what? Responding to the needs of the family. And the basic needs of the family, like food, clothing, and shelter. That is the basic needs of the family. So any parent that is able to perform the basic needs and aspiration of the family is known as what? A responsible parent. And you have a responsible parent because he has provided you with food, shelter, clothes, a good environment, and so on. You don't have any problem. And you have a responsible parent you have a responsible parent because you are in Bright Future College, because your parent is able to give you what? A quality education. So responsible parenthood in this context means the ability and will of parents to respond to the needs and aspiration of the family and the children, the basic needs, taking care of the family, being responsive to the needs of the family. The second definition is that responsible parenthood has to do with the shared responsibility of the husband and wife to determine and achieve the desired number, spacing, and timing of their children. Apart from providing the needs and aspirations of the family, another thing that has to do with responsible parenthood is the ability of the parents, the husband and wife, to come together and determine the number of children they want to have, the time they want to have the children or the child, and the spacing, that is how the years through which the children will come. Is it after every 2 years? Is it after every 3 years? And so on. So any responsible uh, parent will be able to do what? Join heads together with his or her wife or husband and iron out this issue. You should be able to know. Not when, for example, now a particular parent or one of the parents is sacked from a place of work. Is that time timely? Or when there is, just like that time we had economic recession, is that the right time? That is by being the time and spacing. The time must be appropriate, not when the family is facing one financial challenge or the other. Parents, I don't think it is proper or necessary for parents to start making plans for children at that particular point in time because of the financial challenge on ground. And spacing has to do with what? You know, what what will be the interval in terms of the year? Is it 2 years? Should we have children every 2 years, or every 3 years? You must give the wife, most especially, time to gain back the lost nutrients, to get herself. So these are the things that must be put into consideration: spacing, timing, and the number of children. Not maybe, for instance, now a parent that is earning let's say 50,000 naira monthly, and the wife is earning 20. Altogether they have 70. This kind of parents, they in fact, if they should have more, in fact they don't need to have up to 7 children or 8 or more than that. Because with this salary, 70,000, how will you cater for the welfare and well-being of these children? So you must check your income and know the number of children to have. Because if you are not in a position to cater for the number of children you have as a parent, there is a possibility of you producing nuisance in the community, because you will not be able to give them good education, you will not be able to cater for their needs, and as such, they might involve in drug abuse, cultism, armed robbery, and so on, because the number of children, is too much, to the extent that the income of the both parents cannot take good care of them. So responsible parenthood has to do with the shared responsibility of the husband and wife to determine and achieve the desired number, spacing, and timing of their children. So you are privileged to have this knowledge. In our days, in my secondary school, in public schools, in my day, I was not taught this topic. In fact, there was nothing like civic education. So for you to have this knowledge, what responsible parenthood is all about, that means you are lucky, most especially, to be in Bright Future College. Now, what are the rules of responsible parenthood? The rules here means the responsibilities that responsible parenthood must perform in the family. What are the rules? Number one is that responsible parenthood should set good example. Do you know what I mean by good example? Being honest, being disciplined, having that self-control, being contented. If parents fail to exhibit this character, the children will also fail. So one of the rules of responsible parenthood is for them to be what? Lay good example for their children to follow. For instance, being self-disciplined and honest. Imagine a situation whereby somebody, a visitor, comes to your house and your parents instruct you to go and tell him or her that he's not around. What is the picture there? When the child grows up in future, when the child is a grown up, he is likely to follow that kind of attributes. So one of the rules of responsible parenthood is for them to show good example. Show a good example. Even us in Bright Future College, we are encouraged as staff to show good example. our disposition should be very, very disciplined, so that our students will see, and readjust and try to do what, behave well in school. Number two is set standards and clear expectations. Do you know what we mean by standard? Rules. In your house or home, there are some rules and regulations put in place by your parents. For example, don't keep dead ass, don't touch this thing, don't do this, don't do that. In my absence, you are not expected to do this. These are the standard, the ways you are expected to be to behave, what you are expected to do and what you are not expected to do. Set standards and clear expectations. And one of the rules of responsible parenting is to let the child know what he or she is. Let the child know what he is expecting from him or her. For example, now you are in school, your parents should let you know that you are there, maybe in the university, in the secondary school. The expectation, what your parent is expecting from you, is for you to pass your exams with excellent grades, not to fail. Those are the expectation. They want you to become useful and law-abiding citizen of tomorrow. They want you to become, maybe sometimes you are an art student, you want to become a lawyer, a political scientist, you want to become a sociologist, and or maybe in a science aspect you want to become a doctor, and those are the expectations. An engineer, maybe after you have defined this career, this is the expectation, what your parent is expecting from you. So responsible parents must be in a position to set standard and what he or she is expecting from the family, from the children and other members of the family. Number three, inculcate in the children the accepted norms and values of the society. It is also the responsibility of parents to teach their children, to inculcate moral and religious instruction to the students, to know the ways of life, the culture, the attitude and behavior, those attitudes that are accepted by the society. So this is one of the rules of responsible parenthood. Number four is provide security and social adjustment. Yes, the environment must be secured from sexual and social harassment. The environment must be secured so that nobody will come and harass the child. Nobody will come and abuse the child. You see sometimes that the environment is not well secured when parents are out for work. Some people can just come around and abuse the child. Lure children into cultism, drug abuse, and so on, because the parents, they have failed to provide an environment that is safe for their children. So parents must make sure that the environment is secured. That is what we mean by providing security and social adjustment. And so the environment, parents must make sure or enhance a secure environment for their children. Number five is encourage quality education. Oh, this is great. That is why you are having this education now. Look at what we are doing here online. That means nothing in this world can prevent or hinder education, irrespective of the effect or negative implication of COVID-19 in the society, in the world today. We are still, we're looking. We have established this platform for knowledge to be transferred, and this can only be done or made possible through a platform or an organized educational setting that is designed to provide quality education. So, as a responsible parent, you must provide quality education to your children. Number six, provide healthcare services. When the child is sick, ill, or is not feeling well, it is a responsibility of the parents to give him or her medical attention. And number seven, provide provision of basic needs. It is a responsibility of the parents to provide a child with basic needs like food, shelter, clothing, educational materials and equipment and all that. So these are the rules of responsible parenthood. Let us look at the next subheading: benefits of responsible parenthood. Maybe you can pause to write the notes as you are listening. You can pause and do and copy the notes. Benefits of responsible parenthood. What are the benefits? What are the benefits, the positive implications of responsible parenthood to the family, to the school, and to the society? Because the rules of responsible parenthood has both negative and positive implication on the society. And what are the benefits? We are going to look at the benefits today. Responsible parenthood stimulates the spirit of patriotism. Patriotism means great love for the country, great love and loyalty for the country. When parents are responsible, you see their children will be responsible, and as such, we will not be having problems in the school or in the society, because the students will do what? Be patriotic to the environment they find themselves. So when students are not exhibiting the spirit of patriotism, sometimes the parents are the cause, sometimes to a particular extent. So responsible parents will stimulate the spirit of patriotism, great love for the country. Responsible parents will encourages the child to be actively involved in whatever educational activities that is going on in the school. That is, you show love, you abide by the rules and regulations of the school, the society, or any group. You show patriotism to the nation by respecting the national symbols, the constituted authorities, and you participate actively in those activities that are assigned to citizens. This is what we mean by what? Patriotism. Being an effective and useful as well as law-abiding citizen of the country. So this is the result, the output of a responsible parenthood. Number two, responsible parenthood leads to responsible citizenship. When parents are responsible, the citizens will be responsible. We have citizens that will contribute positively to the development of the society. Number three, it improves community service and development, because when children watch their parents perform one civil or community service or the other, they, in future, they say, oh, my father has been doing this for the community. My father has been doing this for this group. My mother has been doing this. Let me do same. So this is one of the positive or one of the benefits of responsible parenthood, because that the parents should, you know, think of what to do for the society, the school, the church, and any other group. So in this, one of the benefits is that responsible parenthood responsible parenthood promotes what? Responsible, citizens, and also it also promotes community service and development. Number four, it lays the foundation for a healthy nation. The nation will be healthy, because there will be low rate of crime in the society. There will be no vandalism. We will have law-abiding citizens. We have people who will be actively involved in the decision-making process of the state, and there will be peaceful coexistence among the different ethnic groups in the society, because of what? The inculcation of what? Norms and values in the students or in the youth. So this is one of the benefits. Number five is that responsible parents would limit the rate of social vices in the society, because as parents, we are encouraged to do what? To teach our children how to behave well, the acceptable norms. Parents are to encourage their children to behave well, to be honest, to be disciplined. And as such, the responsible parents will limit the rate of social vices in the society, like criminal activities, bullying, raping, armed robbery, and so on, will be limited, because of what? Responsible parents will produce what? Responsible citizens that will affect the society positively, and as such limit the rate of what? Social vices in the society. This is evaluation. This evaluation is to justify if you have really achieved the stated behavioral objectives that I said. You must be able to do what? Define responsible parenthood. What is responsible parenthood? State the rules of responsible parenthood, the functions of responsible parenthood. That is what we mean by the rules, the responsibilities. Justify the benefits of responsible parenthood to national development. How can the function or the activities of responsible parenthood leads to what? National development. That is the end of the class. Thank you very much for being attentive. Have a nice day.